Inflation has just recently broken the record for the highest that it's been in over 40 years, and it's still going up. For the viewers watching, that means that life for you and your family is going to become much more expensive. Fortunately, we've made this video for you to show 7 frugal family tips to fight inflation. Be sure to watch until the end, because we're going to show you the #1 frugal family tip that works 99% of the time to fight inflation. Number 7, make your own gifts. Birthdays and holidays alike are 2 common times that families are spending tons of money to buy gifts. However, during the financial squeeze that inflation causes, getting those gifts may have a negative effect on your wallet. A great tip that frugal families practice is to make their own gifts for their friends and family. While there are some extra work involved in making gifts, they're often much better received because of the lovely sentimental value. For example, instead of buying a photo album for somebody, you can actually make the album yourself with various pictures that you have together. Number 6, meal prep every week. One of the major commodities which increases in price rapidly with inflation is food. As inflation soars, interest rates soar, which then causes food prices to rise. With all that being said, an awesome frugal family tip that you can practice to prevent overspending for you and your children is meal prepping. Essentially, you have your meals planned out like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and any snacks for the whole week, so you know exactly what you're going to be eating and when you're going to be eating it. This allows you to have a very close watch on how much you need to be able to spend for food and how often. Meal prepping is an excellent way to combat the tough times which inflation can bring to your family. Number 5, have family nights at home. It's an all too commonly easy option to take your family to an amusement park or the cinema or even an arcade, but these things get very difficult to maintain during times of inflation. An alternative choice to this is family outings to simply have your family funds at home. For example, you can watch a movie at home or play board games, which is an excellent way where you and your family can bond and you don't have to spend a single cent. During the financial struggle that inflation brings, any money that can be saved is definitely helpful. Number 4, use cashback and rebates on purchases. There's nothing better than getting money back for money that you spent, especially when you have kids. That is exactly what cashback and rebates do for you. Frugal families will often use cashback and rebates during inflation due to the many benefits that they offer. Typically, cashback and rebates are offered on credit cards so that however much you spend on any purchase, you end up getting a percentage of that back. This way, all you need to do is buy your children new clothes or items for school, and you can feel safe knowing that you're getting a percentage of that money back. However, it is important to try to remember to always pay back your credit card on time so you don't incur any interest payments, because that would kind of negate the purpose. Cashback and rebates are an extremely simple way to help save some extra money during high inflation. Number 3, lower your energy consumption. Do you find that your family sometimes keeps mini lights on, or maybe even changes the thermostat frequently? Well, this may have an unwanted impact on your wallet during those times of inflation. Fortunately, there are 3 frugal family tips that you can do to help lower your family's energy consumption and save some extra cash. The first simple way is to change your light bulbs to more energy efficient ones. This simple change requires no effort except changing the light bulbs to watch your energy bills go down. The second way is to focus on using only one light for whatever room anyone is in. Many people will often have more lights than they need on at any given time. And while you can get away with this during times when the economy is well, it's not exactly the case when inflation is soaring. The third way is to take advantage of layering or delayering clothes instead of changing your thermostat. Heating and cooling your house can rack in expenses on your utility bill very quickly, and this is especially the case with a family. So focus on you and your family's cooling down and warming up by dressing up and dressing down. Number 2, take advantage of secondhand stores. Anyone with a family knows how expensive children can be even outside of inflation. Kids are notoriously skilled at destroying their clothes quickly, but this can be painful for your already struggling wallet. A great frugal family tip is to focus your clothes in secondhand stores. All the clothes that are sold at thrift stores are priced significantly cheaper because they're used. However, most of the time, the quality is no less than that of a brand new piece of clothing, which means this is a great way for a family to deal with negative effects that inflation brings. Lastly, number 1, cut down on eating out. As much as your children enjoy eating at restaurants, it is best to cut down on eating out as much as possible during times of inflation. Frugal families will typically avoid eating out as much as possible during various times of inflation, and that is because it's an unnecessary money pit. Instead, they'll only eat out if they get a discount on the entire meal, or even if they just make the same meal at home. By avoiding taking out and instead cooking at home, you'll not only learn a very valuable skill, but you'll also be confident in knowing that you're winning the battle with inflation.